Sunday News, we have decided to partner Royal Bulawayo Arts Awards in this year's event to be held in the first week of November.
Welcome to yet another Sunday News podcast. Today our guest is Nkululeko Nkala, who tackles up as an artist and also the spokesperson for Royal Bulawayo Arts Awards. This podcast is important in that it comes at the backdrop of the momentous signing of an MOU between Royal BAA and Sunday News. To start us off, Mr. Nkala, could you unpack for us what this award entails?
All right, maybe the first part will be to give thanks to Sunday News for saying we are not just a mouthpiece for Bulawayo, but we want to be involved in Bulawayo initiatives. So for that, we give salute to everyone behind the making sure that we sign this MOU. The MOU is for the Newcomer of the Year award, and in a way we will tie it down to Sunday News. Sunday News will pretty much be the sponsor of that award. We could as well call it Sunday News Newcomer of the Year. Obviously there will still be Royal as the main sponsor, but for that one, Sunday News pretty much speak to it. It is momentous because it's huge for these young artists in that they will get the mileage that they deserve, or the mileage that they really need, because in all honesty, Sunday News is probably the biggest publication in the city, if not one of the biggest in the country. So we really want to thank Sunday News for that.
And what inspired this MOU? What inspired the association between Sunday News and Royal BAA? Is it the friendship that has been developing over the years, or it's something else?
To be honest, this is not a one-day thing. It's been happening over the years. Sunday News has been involved with us, I think, from inception. They've come in with editorial, with supplements here and there, and advice. We've even worked with some members of the team, and we also appreciate that the editor, amongst other people, has got an arts background of sorts. Some of us have worked with him from the early 90s. The team behind even the podcast, some of them we have worked with over the years. So I think it's all about relations, and also having maybe the same vision to say Sunday News wants to take local arts to the next level.
Okay. And coming now to the awards themselves. These are the second awards, I think, that are happening within a pandemic. What are the lessons that you as the organizers have learned from the previous awards, the first ones that were held within the pandemic? What are the lessons that you have learned that will make this year's BAA awards different from the previous ones?
Okay, the one thing that affected everyone, not just the awards, regards the pandemic, is that economy suffered. The economy suffered across board. So obviously it meant that most of the funders of events were not really forthcoming, because they were also not making money during the process. But we are happy to say this year it's a little bit different, and that maybe there's a little bit of belief that in as much as we can change the current situation, there is hope still, considering that there is vaccinations going on, considering that even the government has come out to say instead of totally locking down the arts, we can open gradually. So our hope now is that come the 6th of November, the industry will be open such that maybe we can have even at least 500 live audiences, because we know this is one of the biggest dress-up events in the country and people would love to be there physically. But also what we have learned, or maybe what this pandemic has taught us, is to believe, to work even harder, to never give up. Because if we were somewhat lazy, the awards would not be happening, because it's not as easy as it was back then, when everyone could decide that this is what I'm doing and this is what I may not do. But because of the pandemic, most of the things we are not in control of, except for our spirit, and our spirit says we must go on. And hence what we are talking about today really matters, in that if brands or companies can still believe that the arts need support and chip in whatever way, like what Sunday News has done, then one way or the other, the arts will go out.
Okay. And speaking of the pandemic, especially the lockdown aspect of it, I wonder how will that impact on the judging of the awards, because artists have been more or less inactive during the lockdowns.
It will not be fair to say artists have been inactive. Artists have been working. The pandemic also taught people something that we were sleeping on, that the internet is a big platform. So most of the artists took their work, instead of the physical stages, they took it to internet. So a lot of artists actually were working during this time. So when it comes to the judging, most of our judges are people that really have a touch on the pulse of the arts. They know what is happening where. And the fact that we call out for nominations and submissions, it actually helped in that the artists themselves had to go and package and bring back the stuff. And the good thing is that for most of the works, there's actually proof, a digital footprint to say this is what has been happening. Obviously, the lockdowns were not friendly in that we could not do a lot of physical spaces. But from June we had the Bulawayo Arts Festival. There were a lot of live events. In the past week and a half, we had in Twasa, a lot of live events. So in a way, the industry is coming back.
Okay. And if we go back again to the last BAA Awards, there was an issue with the police where somewhere during the awards, police came on stage, shut everything down and told people to vacate the premises. What has been done this year to avoid a reoccurrence of such an event? An event?
Obviously, the police in Zimbabwe now are a police that is there to serve. Last year, we also had our own issues regards time, because in as much as we got our clearances with the police, we also were behind on time. So that was really an unfortunate incident. And we will try by all means that this year, working hand in glove with the police, that everything is done on time, everything is done orderly, and at the end of the day, none of the sides need any negativity when it comes to such things.
Yes, and what message would you like to leave to our audiences who are listening to this podcast and also watching it? What is there? What's new with BAA 2021?
All right. Obviously, we're in awards where we are there to award arts excellence. It's always been our mandate from year one till whenever. We will always be fair when it comes to artists. So we encourage people that in the next few days or so, you'll probably see your favorite artists come up with a poster to say, vote for me. Please support them. You can retweet, you can forward on WhatsApp, you can vote for them. Our biggest award this year is a residential stand, possibly coming into something bigger, and it's something that will change someone's life. So all we can say is the creative sector needs your support. And thank you for always supporting BAA. We will not be at number 5 were it not for the people.
Okay. And any more new awards apart from the Sunday News one?
We have quite a number of partners. Obviously, the main sponsor being Royal from United Refineries. We still have a lot of individual awards, Citizen Bulletin, Habakkuk Trust, MD Auto Works, Norths and Sons, Malaba Publishers. So it's quite a number of people, individuals and companies, A to Veggies as well, that are coming up and saying we want to be part of this initiative that takes our local arts to the next level.
Well, it remains for me to thank Nkululeko Nkala for being our guest in this podcast. Nkululeko Nkala, as we said, is an artist and a spokesperson for the Bulawayo Arts Awards, the Royal Bulawayo Arts Awards. You can keep following us, that is sundaynews.co.zw, or alternatively, you can follow us at editor@sundaynews.co.zw. This podcast has been made possible by the nation's biggest weekend read, the Sunday News. Definitely a paper in every way. Until next time, see you.
These are the awards.